Welcome to Ping 24 Updates. Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. The West Philippine Sea glimmers with more than sunlight. Beneath its waves lies a vast reserve of oil and natural gas. This energy could transform the Philippines' future, but it's at the heart of a dangerous standoff. The Philippines claims these waters as its exclusive economic zone, but China, a regional giant, insists it's theirs. Now, the United States is stepping in, raising the stakes. Philippine ships exploring for energy are routinely blocked and harassed by Chinese Coast Guard vessels. Water cannons, blockades, and tense encounters have become the norm. In 2016, an international court sided with the Philippines, but China ignored the ruling. The U.S., bound by a defense treaty, is watching closely. An attack on a Philippine ship could trigger American involvement. This sends a clear message: the Philippines is not alone. Every new patrol, every statement adds fuel to the fire. For the Philippines, this is about sovereignty and self-determination. For China, it's about regional dominance. For the U.S., it's about upholding international law and freedom of navigation. The world is watching, aware that what happens here could reshape the region. The West Philippine Sea has become one of the most dangerous places on Earth. Beneath the West Philippine Sea lies staggering energy wealth. The U.S. Energy Information Administration estimates the South China Sea could hold 11 billion barrels of oil and 190 trillion cubic feet of natural gas. For the Philippines, the Reed Bank, or Recto Bank, is the crown jewel, believed to contain up to 5.4 billion barrels of oil and 55.1 trillion cubic feet of gas. Developing this resource could mean energy independence and a massive economic boost. The country currently imports most of its oil, making it vulnerable to global price swings. Domestic energy would shield the Philippines from international crises and create energy security for over 115 million people. But the oil and gas are deep beneath the ocean floor, requiring advanced technology and huge investment. International companies are hesitant to invest, fearing Chinese interference. The ongoing dispute keeps this treasure locked away, just out of reach. For now, the promise of prosperity remains a source of hope and frustration for Filipinos. The stakes are enormous, but so are the obstacles. The Reed Bank could change everything if only it can be tapped. The Philippines stands at a crossroads: risk confrontation or leave its future buried beneath the sea. The world's eyes are on this underwater gold rush. The outcome will shape the nation's destiny. The question remains: who will unlock the riches below? The answer could redefine the region's future. For now, the treasure waits. The West Philippine Sea is a global chessboard. The U.S. wants open sea lanes, vital for global trade, and is bound by treaty to defend the Philippines. China claims almost the entire South China Sea, using its 9-dash line to justify its reach. To enforce its claim, China has built artificial islands, complete with runways and missiles. Vietnam, Malaysia, and Brunei also have overlapping claims, but China's power overshadows them. Vietnam has clashed with China over oil and gas exploration, while Malaysia and Brunei tread carefully. These countries must balance economic ties with China against defending their own resources. The U.S. is building alliances, increasing military cooperation with the Philippines and Vietnam. China counters with economic pressure and maritime intimidation. The real prize is energy, but the contest is about power and influence. The region is crowded, tense, and unpredictable. Every move is watched by the world. The stakes: control of resources, trade, and the future of Southeast Asia. The West Philippine Sea is where ambition, security, and prosperity collide. The outcome will echo far beyond its shores. The game is on. While neighbors like Malaysia and Vietnam developed offshore energy, the Philippines fell behind. Chinese threats made exploration risky. Survey ships faced harassment and blockades. Private companies, wary of conflict, stayed away. Political uncertainty in Manila added to the problem, with shifting policies and a moratorium on exploration to avoid angering China. The result: valuable resources remained untouched. Deep-water drilling is complex and expensive, requiring foreign partners. But legal uncertainties and geopolitical risks scared off investors. The Philippines knew it was sitting on a fortune but couldn't access it. As existing energy sources dwindled, urgency grew. The country realized it could no longer wait. A new strategy was needed to unlock its energy potential. The stakes were too high for inaction. The time for hesitation had passed. The U.S. is now backing the Philippines with more than words. American officials are exploring ways to support Philippine energy security, including technical help and encouraging U.S. investment. If American companies join, China may think twice before interfering. U.S. involvement could spark an energy boom, creating jobs, boosting government revenue, and lowering electricity costs. For Filipinos, this means more stable prices and new opportunities. Beyond economics, it's about energy security for an island nation. A U.S.-backed project would provide reliable power and long-term stability. This partnership is part of a broader U.S. strategy for a free and open Indo-Pacific. A strong, energy-independent Philippines is a more reliable regional partner. By helping unlock energy wealth, the U.S. strengthens its own position. Both sides stand to gain: prosperity for the Philippines and a stronger alliance for America. The path to security and growth runs through cooperation. The stakes have never been higher. For over 20 years, the Malampaya gas field powered Luzon and fueled the Philippine economy. But Malampaya is running dry. Production is declining fast. Soon, the country will need to import expensive liquefied natural gas, making it vulnerable to global markets. Electricity prices are set to rise, threatening households and businesses. The government's quick fix, import terminals, is only a temporary solution. The real answer lies in finding a new domestic gas source. The Reed Bank is the most promising candidate. Developing it could avert an energy crisis and keep the lights on. The clock is ticking. Malampaya's end adds urgency to exploration efforts. The Philippines isn't just seeking wealth, it's racing to avoid catastrophe. The stakes: stable power, economic growth, and national security. The next chapter depends on what happens in the West Philippine Sea. Time is running out. Facing Chinese pressure, the Philippines is strengthening alliances. Its partnership with the U.S. is central. Joint military exercises and modernized defense ties send a clear message. The U.S. provides military aid, equipment, and training, boosting the Philippines' ability to monitor its waters. Improved maritime domain awareness means better tracking of Chinese movements. Japan, another key ally, supplies new patrol vessels for the Philippine Coast Guard. Together, these partnerships create a network of like-minded nations. Stronger security makes the Philippines more attractive to energy investors. A security umbrella from the U.S. and Japan reduces risk for companies exploring the Reed Bank. Military alliances and economic development are now closely linked. Defense cooperation is paving the way for energy exploration. The Philippines is no longer alone in facing regional threats. These alliances are reshaping the balance of power. Security and prosperity now go hand in hand. The region is watching, and so is the world. The stakes are higher than ever. The West Philippine Sea has seen years of tense standoffs. In 2012, Scarborough Shoal became a flashpoint. Chinese ships blocked the Philippine Navy, and China has controlled the area ever since. At Second Thomas Shoal, Filipino Marines hold out on a grounded ship, surrounded and harassed by Chinese vessels. China's gray zone tactics, using Coast Guard and militia ships, keep tensions high without open warfare. These actions slowly push the Philippines out, establishing de facto control. Every supply run risks escalation. A single misstep could trigger a wider conflict. The U.S.-Philippines Defense Treaty means any attack could draw in America. The world watches nervously, aware that a spark here could ignite a regional crisis. Each encounter is a test of resolve and restraint. The risk of miscalculation is ever present. The stakes: peace, sovereignty, and the balance of power. To counter growing threats, the Philippines and the U.S. are building up their defenses. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement allows the U.S. to use and upgrade key Philippine bases. New sites in Palawan and Balabac put forces closer to the West Philippine Sea. These bases enable rapid deployment and better monitoring of disputed waters. Upgrades include runways, piers, and storage for military operations. The goal: deterrence, making China think twice before acting aggressively. Forward bases mean faster response to any crisis. For China, this is a strategic challenge. For the Philippines, it's a statement of resolve. The new bases are not for permanent U.S. troops, but for joint readiness. They symbolize the Philippines' determination to defend its sovereignty. The message is clear: the country will not be pushed around. Concrete and steel now stand guard at the region's front line. The balance of power is shifting, one base at a time.